Hey y'all, this is your lady Laura Iman. I'm back. For those of you who watched my last video, you know we talked about Georgia's new permitless carry law and the harsher punishment imposed for those groups of people who are not allowed to own or possess a firearm. Today, I'm going to talk to you guys about another law that I believe you guys should be aware of. But this time, I'm going to talk about how certain misdemeanor convictions can ban you from owning or possessing a firearm. That's right, you guys, misdemeanors, okay? So here we go. Here in the United States, there is a federal law that prohibits anyone who's been convicted of misdemeanor crimes of domestic violence or family violence from owning or possessing a firearm. This law is called the Lautenberg Amendment, okay? And under this law, a misdemeanor crime of domestic violence or family violence can include misdemeanor crimes of assault, simple assault, battery, simple battery, or stalking, just to list a few, okay? Now, not everyone who gets charged with these type of crimes will necessarily have domestic violence or family violence attached to their charge. The domestic violence or family violence charge covers only certain groups of people, such as spouses or former spouses, people who share the same child together, parent and child, both biological and step, people who live together, such as roommates, and more recently, there was a new law that was passed this year to expand this group to include people who are dating, okay? So those are the 5 groups that falls under the domestic violence or family violence umbrella. Now, to better help you guys understand what groups of people fall under the domestic violence or family violence category, I'm gonna give you guys some examples, okay? So, example number 1. Let's say 2 women unknown to each other decide to go shopping at Walmart. They drive their cars, they pull in the parking lot area. Unfortunately for them, there are not that many parking spaces available. The 2 women end up getting into an argument. That argument escalates into a physical altercation and the police officers are called out there. Now, in this example, one or both of the women will be charged with simple battery, okay? This is not an example of domestic violence or family violence. Why? Because both women are strangers, okay? They're unknown to each other, okay? Example number 2. Let's say 2 people share a child together. They recently broke up. They were living together, but they recently both moved to their own separate places, okay? They agreed to co-parent. Both parents decide to throw a birthday party for the child at Chuck E. Cheese, okay? Both parents arrive at Chuck E. Cheese. When they arrive, they get into a physical altercation. The police officers are called. In this example, one or both of the parents will be charged with simple battery, domestic violence, or family violence. Why? Because the parents share a child together and they recently lived together, okay? Example number 3. Let's say 2 college students live together off campus, okay? Both college students end up getting into an argument over loud noises. That argument escalates into a physical altercation and the police is called out there, okay? Now, in this example, one or both of the students will most likely be charged with simple battery, family violence, or domestic violence. Why? Because they live together, okay? They live together, all right? Example number 4. Let's say 2 people are dating, okay? They're dating and they live together in an apartment, all right? They end up getting into an argument over cheating rumors. That argument escalates into a physical altercation and the police is called out there. Now, in this example, one or both of the dating partners will be charged with simple battery, domestic violence, or family violence. Why? Because they are living together and they are dating, okay? And so keep in mind, you guys, that living together is a key factor in deciding whether a group or situation falls under the domestic violence or family violence umbrella, okay, you guys? Now, there are 4 points I want to make to you guys really quickly before I go. Point number 1, the Lautenberg Amendment, as I said before, is a federal law. That means anyone who violates it will be committing a felony and will most likely be facing federal charges in federal court. Point number 2, the Lautenberg Amendment applies retroactively. That means it reaches back in time and applies to people who already had pre-existing misdemeanor convictions for domestic violence or family violence before the law ever existed, okay? Point number 3, Many states have passed a state law that adopts or mirrors the Lauenberg Amendment federal law as a means to enforce it. Some of those states are Florida, Tennessee, North Carolina, South Carolina, and Alabama, okay? Point number 4, last point, you guys. Georgia has not passed a state law that adopts or mirrors the Lauenberg Amendment federal law. There has been a lot of pressure in the past for Georgia to do so, but it has not, you guys. Okay, that is it. If you guys have any questions, let me know. You guys can reach me directly at my website, lingolaw.com. That is LINGOLAW.com. Remember, subscribe to my channel, hit the subscription button. Until next time, bye, you guys.